Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to IQ Quran program coming live from GuideUS TV. As you got used to, we come to you every Friday around this time, teaching you how to read the Quran, understand the Quran. We've covered so many surahs, and right now, inshallah, we will be doing another surah that we have not learned before, and it's Surah Bayyinah, inshallah. It'll be a bit long, but we will try to do our best to cut it short. For tonight, most of the vocabulary we'll be seeing will be new. As a reminder for everyone that is at home right now watching us, we want to encourage you to remind your children to take their tablet, their iPad, their iPod, whatever it may be, and join tonight's competition. The code for tonight is 4579975. You go to kahoot.it and then you put the code in there. So inshallah, we'll be waiting for you guys to join tonight's competition. Again, the reason why we developed this program is to teach you the Quran. A lot of us have memorized so many surahs from the Quran. A lot of us have put a lot of effort towards that. But the problem that we have is we do not have understanding of the Quran, and that's one thing we want to fix. Understanding of the Quran is something that we all need to work towards. And in order for us to do that, we'll be putting focus on words that repeat in the Quran often, like 80% of the Quran. So if you focus on those words, memorizing the Quran, understanding the Quran will be easy for you. So we started with the last juz of the Quran. Now we're in Surah Al-Bayyinah, which a lot of you have been waiting, because we've mentioned it last week that this will be the surah that we're gonna practice for the night, inshallah. We already have some of you joining us, so make sure you join before we start the competition. And remember, every single word that you learn tonight, or every single word that you learn every night you participate, you'll be getting ajr with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. From the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that every single letter equals to 10 ajr. So by you participating, imagine how many ajr you'll be getting. For the parents that are at home, we're teaching your kids how to read the Quran, but also how to have understanding of the Quran. So inshallah, encourage them to take their tablet, their iPad, their iPod, whatever it may be, your phone. You have tonight's code. The website is kahoot.it, and tonight's code is 4579975. We will start the competition inshallah soon, and hopefully we'll find out who the winner is for the night. Another reminder, last competition that we had, when it ended, we gave a grand prize of $1,000 to the winner, and he picked it up. Now, inshallah, as we've mentioned, we'll be giving more prizes to the winners, inshallah. So get ready for that. We'll be making some adjustment as to what prizes we give every single month, inshallah. So now, get ready. We're going to start the competition right now. All right, it'll be 69 questions. Of course, we're not going to cover 69 questions. We will perhaps do half of that, even if we get to it, we're lucky. So the first word for the night is Bismi. What is the meaning of Bismi? What is the meaning of Bismi? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is what we start with every single night. The meaning. A lot of you have answered. You've submitted your answer already. We'll wait to see. Okay, mashallah, the word you all submitted, it is in the name. 8 of you got this one right. Let's move on to the next word. Muhammad Farah is number 1 currently. Ahmed Muhammad is number 2. Let's move on to the next word. Allah. We will move very fast tonight. So inshallah, get ready. Get ready. Get ready for this word. Allah, I think all of you should know the meaning of this word by now. A lot of you should know the meaning of this word by now. Bismillah, the word is Allah. So submit that answer. Let's see how well you guys have done. MashaAllah, all of you got this one right. This one was very easy. Muhammad is number one. We'll move on to the next word. The next word is Ar-Rahman. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is what we learn in the beginning of every competition. So inshallah, get ready. Get ready. Ar-Rahman, what is the meaning of Ar-Rahman? Does it mean of Allah? Does it mean the most merciful? Does it mean in the name? Does it mean the most gracious? So get ready. Ar-Rahman is the word. All right, mashallah, the most gracious is the right answer. A lot of you got this one right. Let's move on to the next word. The next word is Ar-Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The next word, Ar-Rahim, is it mean of Allah, the most gracious in the name, or is it the most merciful? Now you make your selection. Make your selection. So we'll see how well you do. Oh, mashallah, this was very quick. A lot of you, only one person missed it. Everyone else got it right. Let's move on to the next word, Lam. Lam. This is the beginning of the surah. Lam. What is the meaning of Lam? Does it mean those who? Does it mean not? Does it mean disbelieved? Does it mean were? We'll wait for you to make your selection. It seems like a lot of you are submitting your answer very fast. All right, but Lam, what is the meaning of Lam? All right, Lam means not. For most of you got this one right. Lam, mashallah, tonight's competition is very tight. Let's move on to the next word. Yakuni alladhina. Yakuni. Yakuni. What is the meaning of this? Lam yakuni alladhina. Tonight, the surah will be two parts. So tonight's competition, the surah will have two parts because the surah is long. We've left all the short surahs, and now we're starting to do long surahs and the vocabulary. For example, yakun, lam yakun, you might have seen both of them before, but the surah happens to be long. Lam yakun alladhina, lam yakun, yakuni. What is the meaning of this? All right, we have 9 seconds before we move on to the next word. All right, we're done. Only 5 of you got this one. I hope you get ready for next week's competition and prepare the surah again. Muhammad Rageh just came in and he's ranking number 1 at the moment. Everyone seems to have 4,000 on top. We'll move on to the next word. Lam yakun alladhina. Alladhina. What is the meaning of this? Does it mean those who? Does it mean not? Does it mean disbelieved, or does it mean were? All right, these are the options that you have in front of you. And again, these words repeat in the Quran often. If you learn them once, it'll be easy for you to keep up with them. Every time you open the Book of Allah, imagine every single page you open, you will know the meaning of every single letter. And you will enjoy reading the Quran. Maybe perhaps for most of us, when we open the Quran, we might not be enjoying it. Reason being, perhaps we don't understand. But by focusing on words that repeat in the Quran often, it'll be easy for you to memorize the Quran. It'll be easy for you to have understanding of the Quran. And inshallah, this is the goal of this program. By revisiting surahs we've already memorized and focusing on the words themselves. Okay, now 11 of you got this one right. Let's move on to the next one. Muhammad Raga still is number 1. We have Ahmed, who's number 2, Abdi Jabbar, and let's move on to the next one. Kafaru. What is the meaning of kafaru? Lam yakuni alladhina kafaru. What is the meaning of kafaru? Kafaru. Kafaru, this is the word that you have in front of you. Does it mean those who? Does it mean disbelieved? Does it mean were? These are the 4 options. Make your selection and we'll move on to the next word, inshallah. Lam yakuni alladhina kafaru. Those who not disbelieved, were not. These are the 4 options in front of you. So make your selection. All right, time is up. Kafaru means disbelieved. Kafaru means disbelieved. Let's move on to the next word. Muhammad Raga still ranking number 1. We'll move on to the next word. Everyone, get ready. Ahl. Lam yakun alladhina kafaru min ahli. Ahli. What is the meaning of ahli? We know the word min, we skipped because we've seen it so many times. لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب. أهلي. What does the word of ahli mean? Does it mean of the book? Does it mean the people? Does it mean to be abandoned? Does it mean and the polytheist? These are 4 options that you see in front of you. Make your selection and we will move to the next word. We give you 60 seconds on every single word, but sometimes if you guys work together and you submit the answer faster, then what happens is we automatically move on to the next question. But now we're waiting for you to tell us the meaning of the word ahli. Now again, we encourage the parents and everyone who's watching to let your children, whoever wants to participate, they can participate. The program is free. It means the people. Now let's move on to the next word. Muhammad Rag is still ranking number 1. Al-Kitabi min Ahli al-Kitabi. Al-Kitabi. What is the meaning of this? Does it mean of the book? Does it mean the people? Does it mean to be abandoned? Does it mean the polytheist? These are 4 options that you have in front of you. Make your selection and we'll move on to the next word. Now, a lot of the words we're seeing tonight have not been mentioned in the previous surah. A lot of the vocabulary we're seeing. So you'll be benefiting so many words, so many new words from this surah. The word ahl we haven't seen before. Al-Kitabi min Ahli al-Kitabi, for both of the words we have not seen them previously. So these are new words. So make a note if you miss it. If you miss it, make a note so next time you won't miss it, because these words repeat often. 15 of you got this one. Al-Kitab. That was an easy one, I guess. Only 1 person missed it. Let's move on. Muhammad Rag is still. Wal mushrikina. What is the meaning of wal mushrikina? وَالْمُشْرِكِينَ. This word is also new, although we see the wa. The wa is not new. Everything else is new. Al-mushrikina. Wal-mushrikina. What is the meaning of wal-mushrikina? Does it mean the book? Does it mean the people? Does it mean to be abandoned? Or does it mean the polytheist? These are four options that you have in front of you. Know that you have not seen this word before, so therefore it should be easy for you to choose the right answer. I know that doesn't make sense, but for those who are participating, who have been part of the show, if I say this word is new, it'll be easy for you to pick because we have not seen this word before. Wal mushrikina. What is the meaning of wal mushrikina? Wal mushrikina. Wal mushrikina. 14 of you got this one right. Only 3 people missed it. Let's move on to the next word. Ahmed Muhammad just came number 1, past Muhammad Rage. We'll move on to the next word and see if the ranking remains the same. It seems like we're switching back and forth. We have some people that are on the top 5. It's changing, but we'll find out towards the end of the program. Let's move on to the next word. The next word is munfakkina. Munfakkina. What is the meaning of this? Does it mean of the book? Does it mean the people? Does it mean to be abandoned? Or is it the polytheist? So make your selection. Munfakkina. Inshallah, remember that we will be taking a quick break after this word, and we will be coming back, but make sure that you make your selection, make the right selection. To be abandoned is the right answer. So inshallah, we'll find out the ranking. The ranking, Ahmed Muhammad is ranking number 1 at the moment. We have Muhammad Rage, who is ranking number 2. We have 3 other people that are also on the top 5, inshallah. So therefore, before we move on to the next word, we will take a short break, and we'll come back and we will continue from where we left it off. And I hope you win, inshallah, whoever is on the top 5, if someone else does not take you out. So we'll be back, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We're about to receive that load that we've been telling you about, that big load of books that are coming to us all the way from Washington, D.C., Virginia area, where they received it over there. We're bringing it to the warehouse. That's the truck. You're looking at it right now. Now we're going to show you unloading it and what 24 pallets of boxes of books and tapes and CDs for Islam looks like. So just stay with us. Be careful as we go around here. I don't want you to get run over now. Take it easy. Here we go. 24 pallets of books and tapes and videos for Islam. That's right. We're very excited about this. This will be the very biggest shipment ever to come to this part of the United States to help Islam, the true message, the real meaning, the beauties, the love, the tolerance, the patience. And we sure need a lot of that, don't we? And that's what we're talking about.
Welcome back to IQ Quran program. We will continue our competition, and inshallah we will find out who the winner is. Right before we went to break, we had Ahmed Muhammad, who was ranking number 1. We had Muhammad Rage, who was number 2. We'll continue and we'll find out how the ranking changes. Let's move on to the next question. And here it comes. Hatta. What is the meaning of hatta? Hatta. The meaning of hatta. You see the word is in front of you. What is the meaning of hatta? Does it mean there comes to them? Does it mean the clear evidence? Does it mean to be abandoned? Or is it until? These are four options that you see in front of you right here. Make your selection and we will see if you got it right. Now again, every single word that we learn, you'll be getting a lot of ajr. Just to look at the word right now, hatta, you'll be collecting 30 ajr. So imagine how many good deeds you'll be collecting. And everyone that you inform of this program that benefits, you'll be also getting the residual ajr. So inshallah, for the parents, we want to remind others to partake the program. Hatta means until. Now, we've seen this word before, so it should be easy for you. Let's move on to the next word. Ahmed is still on top. Ta'tiyahum. What is the meaning of ta'tiyahum? Hatta ta'tiyahum. Ta'tiyahum. What is the meaning of this? Does it mean there comes to them? Does it mean the clear evidence? Does it mean to be abandoned? Or does it mean until? These are four words that you have in front of you. All four are in front of you right now. You make your selection. It seems like a lot of people are very quick. They're submitting the answer already. We have 60 seconds on every single question. Unless you go fast or everyone submits their answer, then we're not going to give you that 60 second. We'll automatically move on to the next question. Ta'tiyahum. What is the meaning of ta'tiyahum? There comes to them the clear evidence, or is it to be abandoned? These are the four options. The other one is until. Since you already know what until means, hatta, we've already covered what that means. It should be easy for you. Ta'tiyahum means there comes to them. Now let's move on to the next word. Ahmed is still ranking number 1. Hatta ta'tiyahum humul bayyinah. Whom we skip that. Bayyinatun, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning? There comes to them the clear evidence, to be abandoned, or until. These are the four options that you have. Make sure you look at the word, read the word, think about what it means, and submit it unless you've memorized it and you've been getting ready this entire week. Now, you see the word. For example, if we look at this word, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll collect 60 ajr. Because the hadith of the Prophet says what? Every letter equals to 10. So this game we're playing, not only do you get reward at the end, big prizes will be giving out. You'll be surprised the prizes we give out, inshallah. Not only that, you'll be getting a lot of ajr from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, 12 of you got the answer right. The clear evidence, that's what it means. Now let's move on. We have Manar that has just passed 6 people. We'll see if she makes it to the top 5. Let's move on to the next word. Rasulun. Rasulun. What is the meaning of Rasulun? Does it mean Allah? Does it mean a messenger? Does it mean reciting? Does it mean from? These are 4 options in front of you. We always give you the time to make the selection, and I hope you're choosing the right answer. Rasul, by the way, if you read the Quran, what is the word that you read often? Or if you take the Shahada, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Rasul, the word Rasul, what does it mean? Rasul should be easy for you. And what did we say? The Quran repeats often. And if you know one word, you will see it in many places. And this word happens to be one of them. A messenger. That is the meaning, a messenger. Rasulun is a messenger. Now, a lot of you got this one right. Let's move on to the next word. Ahmed is still ranking number 1. Yatlu. Yatlu. What is the meaning of yatlu? You'll get 1,000 points for every single question that we submit tonight. 1,000 points. You do not want to miss out. Yatlu does it mean a messenger reciting, pages purified. These are the 4 options that you have in front of you, as you could see them. Now what you could do is all you have to do from your device, you select the right answer, and we will see it right away from here. You'll be getting 1,000 points if you answer it fast. So we're looking at your speed, and we're looking at your accuracy. We're looking at both of them. We're not just looking at a speed and you miss it, you lose 1,000 points. But at the same time, if you're waiting too long, you'll lose some points, but at least still is better than nothing. Now, yatlu means reciting. A lot of you got that one right, although some of you missed it. Ahmed still ranking number 1. Let's move on to the next question. Suhufan. What is suhufan? What is the meaning of suhufan? Yatlu suhufan. Does it mean purified? Does it mean a messenger? Does it mean reciting? Or does it mean pages? Okay, yatlu suhufan. Suhuf, suhufi Ibrahima. Here's another example you'll see. Suhufi Ibrahima wa Musa. Now, suhufan, what is the meaning of this? You will see this word in different places in the Quran, but it won't be repeating often, but it's good to know. It's one of the words that you should know. So what does that mean? In this surah, by the time we're done, you'll be learning a lot of words. And this surah is one of the short surah that is in the Quran, last 30 juz of the Quran, the last of the 30 juz. Okay, 12 of you got this one right, so majority of you got it right. Let's move on to the next word, mutahhara. What is it? What is the meaning of this? Does it mean purified? Does it mean a messenger? Does it mean reciting, or does it mean pages? Okay, tahara, if you know what that means, this one should be easy for you. You just added mu in front of it, and the word mu is a special thing. Normally, if you add mu to a lot of the words, it becomes the one who's doing the action. In English, you have maker, doer, runner. You add er at the end. This mu that you see, okay, purified. 17 of you got this one right. Let's move on to the next word, fiha. You will see a lot of places in the Quran. This word, you will see it in so many different places. So make sure that you make the right selection. Fiha. And remember, the surah is long, so we will divide it into 2. So inshallah, tonight, once we cover all of the words we can, next week we will continue the surah. We will not bring new surah next week. Why? The surah has about 69 words that we have to cover. So 69, no way can we finish it in one show. So therefore, we'll divide it into 2. We'll cover as much as we can tonight. Next week, we'll be repeating the surah. But if you already memorized it, if you already know the vocabulary of the surah, we encourage you to move on and memorize the next surah, word for word, and focus on the words that repeat in the Quran often. If you do that, it'll be easy for you. There are so many kids that say, you know what, I'm reading the Quran, I don't understand this book, Mom, I don't understand this book, Dad, why is it that you guys are asking me to read it? But we don't want that situation. We want you guys to know, no one missed this word because we've seen it before. Fiha means wherein. Now let's move on to the next word. Ahmed still ranks number 1. Let's see, let's move on. Muhammad Farah just came in the top 5. We have Abdi Jabbar, we have Muhammad Raghi, we have Rayyan. These are the top 5. Seems like there's only one girl on the top 5, but the rest are boys. I'm hoping that the rank changes and we'll have more girls, but let's see. Kutubun, what is the meaning of kutubun? Kutubun. What is the meaning of this? Does it mean correct? Wherein? Is it pages or writings? So these are the 4 options in front of you, and we'll see if you guys make the right selection. Kutubun. And if you have, if you did not miss the previous question about book, this one you should be able to. Kutubun, kitab, are writings. This is what it is. So that's why I was saying if you got the previous one right, you should be able to get this one. The ranking has not changed, but Muhammad Farah moved from number 5 to number 3. So watch out, I guess he's moving very fast. Everyone has, Ahmed has 17,000, Rayyan has 16,000. Everyone else on the top 5 they have 15,000 points. Let's move on. Qayyimatun. What is the meaning of qayyimatun? Let's see if you could get this one right. Does it mean correct? Wherein our writings, pages. These are the 4 options that you have in front of you. Make your selection and let's move on to the next one. قيمة فيها كتب قيمة قيمة. The 4 words that you see, they'll stay there. You see, as you guys can see, correct is the right answer. Now we'll move on. Just like you said, if you've seen on the previous one, 26 seconds was remaining, but everyone already submitted their answer. Let's move on to the next word. This is the 23rd question for the night. تفرق. تفرق. What is the meaning of تفرق? تفرق الذين. Okay, where we're given the book until became divided. These are the 4 options that you have in front of you. The surah is called Surah Al-Bayyinah. لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين. Now we're on the 23rd question for the night, and hopefully we could get another 9 or 10 more questions in, and the remaining questions of the surah will have a competition with those words next week. Reason being, again, just to remind you guys that this surah is long and the vocabulary of the surah cannot be covered in one show. So therefore, this is another reminder that you should practice this surah again if you are missing it. Become divided is the word. Let's move on. Ahmed is still ranking number 1. We have Rayyan that is also ranking, has 18,000 points. Okay, this is the 24th question. You have 4 options. Or given the book until become divided, make your selection. Utul kitaba. This is connection with the next word that is coming. Hopefully there's another kitab coming. أما تفرق الذين أوتوا الكتاب. Utu. What is the meaning of that? Does it mean we're given? Does it mean the book? Does it mean until? Or is it became divided? These are 4 options that you have here. Make your selection. And again, this is a reminder to all of the parents and everyone that is participating. Make sure that you invite your friends to join the competition. And for the parents that are watching, encourage your children and encourage your neighbors or anyone else that you know to join the competition. Every single word that we learn tonight, you'll be getting the ajr. You'll be getting the ajr for your kids and anyone that you inform the program, inshallah. This is a free program coming live from GuideUS TV, and the idea is to encourage our kids to learn to read the Quran and have the understanding of the Quran. Now Ahmed is still ranking. Ahmed and Rayyan, they're close. Everyone else has either 18 or 17,000 points. We'll move on. Utul kitaba. Another word, another kitab. We've seen 3 different variations of the word kitab tonight. This is the 3rd one. Utul kitaba. What is the meaning of this? Does it mean we're given? Does it mean the book? Does it mean until? Or is it became divided? These are 4 options. And as always, there will be always 4 options. Some of the words, we've already covered them. So if you look on the bottom here, the words you're seeing, some of them, if you already know it. So for example, until, hatta, we've seen that. So if you could say hatta means until, process of elimination, that should leave you with the current word we're in right now. So this is just a tip for you, those who are joining us from home. Now we have 6 seconds before we move on to the next question. Utul kitaba. All right, it means the book. That's what it means. the book again. 16 of you got that one right. Ahmed still ranking number 1. Ahmed, as soon as he moved up to number 1, it has not changed. I see Muhammad Farah and Rageh, they're able to hold on to their top 5. Also Rayan. Let's move on to the next word. The word illa. Illa alladhina. Illa. What is the meaning? Illa. We're given. Doesn't mean the book. Doesn't mean until. Doesn't mean became divided. This is very interesting. Once you click the answer, you'll be, what is this? Why am I repeating the same answer as one that I've already selected? We won't cover that in this show, but just remember what this word means. Illa الذين حتى تأتيهم البينة. We're given the book, the 4 options. Make sure that you make your selection. We have about 20 seconds before we move on to the next word. We've covered a lot of words tonight, I think about 26 words. All right, it means until. MashaAllah. Let's move on to the next word. Ahmed still ranking number 5. We have Rayan, we have Muhammad Farah, we have Muhammad Rageh, and we have everyone else. Someone just moved up. 3 people, they just passed 3 people. Let's go. The word tonight, the 27th word for the night, ba'di. What is the meaning of this? Min ba'di. If you notice, we skipped the word min. By now, we're hoping you know what the word min means, because we've seen it so many times, right? The word min repeats in the Quran about 3,000 times. So we'll do several more questions, and we'll call it for the night. This is a tight competition. The top 5 has not been changing often tonight. Before, we had everyone that was on the top. Someone was coming in, taking them out. Another person was coming in, taking them out. But the top 5 remains to be the same for a long time. Perhaps those people that are participating have practiced and they got ready. Maybe that's what it is, and that's maybe what you need to do. It means after. Let's move on to the next word. Ahmed is still on top with 22,000 points. All right, you could get 1,000 points for this one. What is the meaning of this? Ja'athum. Ja'athum, what is it meaning? Of the clear evidence. Does it mean after? Does it mean until? Does it mean come to them? These are 4 options that you have in front of you. Make your selection. We'll move on to the next word. All right, mashallah, a lot of you are submitting the answer very quick. This is what we need. Well, of course, if you're getting it right. If you're getting it right is what we need. So now let's see. Come to them. Ja'atuhum. Idha ja'a. We've covered Idha ja'a nasrullahi. Ja'a by now, you should know what it means. Because if you know Idha ja'a nasrullahi, this is another word that repeats. Hum, you'll be seeing hum a lot of times in the Quran. Let's move on. Ahmed still number 1. Let's see. Bayyinatun. This you have seen this word before. It is a repeat within the same surah, so you should know what the meaning of this word is. Does it mean the clear evidence? Does it mean after? Does it mean until? Does it mean come to them? All right, make your selection. A lot of you already submitted your answer. Not too bad. 30 seconds before we move on to the next word. Again, this is another reminder for everyone that is participating, for the parents, for all the youth that are part of the program. Invite your friends next time to be part of the show. We want to have so many people benefiting. The more people that benefit, the more ajr we all get. And that is the idea behind the game. All of us to learn together, to encourage one another, to have this competition while we're getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, this perhaps might be the last question for the night. We have This is the 30th question. Normally we cover 30 questions, but mashallah. Umiru, what is the meaning of umiru? They were commanded. Does it mean to him? Does it mean to worship? Does it mean being sincere? These are the 4 options that you have in front of you. Make your selection. Umiru. If you know what the word amr means, you should know the meaning of this. And again, this will be the last word for the night. The other 39 questions will be next week. The surah was so long, we could not do it in one show. So the surah had a lot of vocabulary. It's the longest surah from Fatiha. So we started from Surah An-Nas. Up to now, we have not seen a surah this long. So it is the longest surah. And as we move up, all the surahs will get longer. So inshallah, next week we'll be doing the other half. Time is up. Only 8 of you got this one right. It means they were commanded. Now, let's find out the ranking. Ahmed Muhammad is still on top. Rayyan, number 2. The other person just moved up. Muhammad Farah came in number 4. And we have Abdul Jabbar that came in number 5. We're ending the quiz to see Ahmed only missed 1. He has 29 questions right. He only missed 1. And he is the winner of this week. Until next week, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.